Hi there, it's Nicole from Mama Elephant, and this is a custom stamped Valentine's greeting card showcasing the brand new Swashy letters and Swashy upper letters, which is a gorgeous scripty alphabet stamp set or stamp sets that are perfect to give you that kind of calligraphy look that's so popular, but it's with a stamp. So for me, who I am not good at calligraphy at all, I love being able to create that look with alphabet stamps. To start, I am going to go ahead and stamp my accents for the card first, which I'm using the cute cat from the Three Amigos stamp set and customizing each of the little signs that the cats are holding with additional greetings from the Three Amigos. So one's going to read, I love you, then it's going to be me too and me three. Some of the greetings don't fit horizontally. They're too long for the signs. So what I would do is ink up only part of the greeting. Me too will fit. And ink up part of the greeting, stamp it, clean my stamp really good, and then ink up the rest of the greeting and stamp it underneath. That's what I did for I love you and me three. I've stamped the images on Bristol Smooth cardstock, and then I'm adding a little color with some Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. Just kind of laying it down, not very neat or tidy, and then taking a water brush pen, which is filled with water, and blending it out for that watercolored look. When I get to the background of the card, I'll be doing some embossed resist with the watercolors. So I wanted to keep consistent with the design of the card and have it all kind of in a watercolor type of palette. For this middle kitty, I went ahead and did just a light color first, kind of let that dry. And then I'm laying down a darker color, and I'll blend it out with watercolors as well, so it's not quite so harsh. I got a little too much water in the middle there, but I can go back over it, and really the imperfection is what I'm going for with this watercolor look. Go ahead and finish coloring him, and then I'll go ahead and do the final kitty. Most of I think it was this gray kitty was pretty dry, so I went ahead and laid down some color for the sign he's holding. I kept the color dark at the top and blended it out with the water near the bottom, so it gave it kind of the ombre effect from dark to light. Same for this middle one, which was the dark, kind of bright pink color. For the little sign back behind, I'm not going to blend it out with water, but just lay a little bit of color down in one of the other pink or red colors, depending on what is on the forefront. Go ahead and finish the last little kitty here with a dark brown. Blend this out. Just like the light kind of tabby kitty, I am going to lay this color all the way down, blend it out with my water brush pen, let it kind of dry a little bit, and then I'm going to draw in some little circles here and there with the same color that I just blended out, but it's going to be much more dark because I didn't blend it out with water, and I'll just blend out the edges with my water brush pen for the watercolor look. Finish off my last sign with the light pink, and then set those aside to completely air dry. I am taking the alphabet letters now and stamping them on my background rectangle panel. These were die cut with the Madison Avenue frame. I'm using both the inside piece and the frame for my card. It's a little hard to see. I'm stamping white on white. I'm stamping with Versamark ink on white Bristol cardstock, sprinkling on white embossing powder. I've not heat set any of it yet. I'm going to go ahead and write out the whole word. The only thing that there isn't in these stamp sets is an apostrophe, which I'm going to need. So actually, when I'm completely done with my card, I went in with a white pen and drew in one between the E and the S in Valentine's. You could also grab one from another alphabet stamp set if you have one somewhere that's the kind of the right size, and use that if you wanted to. I love how forgiving these alphabet stamps are, how easy it is to line them up really. It's kind of an imperfect type of look anyway, but I think it's pretty easy to get them nice and close together. You can create all kinds of awesome custom stamped greetings for your cards with these stamps. Go ahead and finish with the Y for day, and then I will take my embossing gun and heat set that. I want to make sure any little flakes of embossing powder are off so that there isn't any little flecks. Heat that up real good. Then I'm going to lay down a little water over this background and then pick up some of my watercolors and just kind of messily lay them down near the top of this background so that they look like they're dripping down this background panel. I'm using 3 different colors, a red, a pink, and then kind of it calls it like a deep pink, I think, but it looks kind of more purpley pink to me. But I want these to be really messy. Anywhere that I have the embossed areas for the greeting, it's going to resist the ink. And I'm definitely not going for a fancy look here. Putting down a little water, go back in with a little bit more paint as needed, or watercolor as needed. Add a little bit more along the right edge. And these are really forgiving, so you can go in and add more if you need to. They just keep blending out. They're really pretty watercolors. Once I have this completely colored the way I want it to look, I'm going to let this air dry all the way. If you're in a hurry, hit it with a heat tool. And I like how the ink is pooling around some of the letters there. It's really going to help give them some definition. I'm ready to start putting it all together. And I realized I thought I needed some hearts kind of coming up from the little cats around the greeting. So I stamped the heart image from the Three Amigos stamp set. And I will go ahead and color it with the same red and pink colors that I used for the signs that they're holding. Again, laying down the color and then blending it out with my water brush pen to keep it consistent with the watercoloring. Darker at the top, and then blend that color out near the bottom of each heart. Once the hearts are dry, I die cut those with the coordinating Three Amigos heart die. I used my frame as a guideline. I've not adhered it yet, but as a guideline to adhere that inside panel to my white top fold card base. Then I'm going to back the frame with foam adhesive so it has just a tiny bit of dimension to it. Not a lot, but just enough to make it really showcase the greeting there in the center of the card. Peel off the backing paper and go ahead and line that up. Then I'm going to put a little foam adhesive on the back of my cats. I'm drawing a little line so I can trim off that excess that is looks like it's peeking out from the bottom of the frame. And then I will go ahead and secure those little cats. I'll do the 2 outside ones first, using a pencil so I know exactly where to trim off my excess and I don't accidentally mess up my embellishments. Again, a little foam adhesive there. Trim off the last one, put a little foam adhesive right in the center. I'm going to take a black gel pen and add detail to the noses and the eyes on all 3 cats. That's really going to make them pop and show up. Adhere those hearts with some Zotz Bling glue dots. And then finish the card with a scattering of Pretty Pink Posh iridescent heart confetti and add a layer of glossy accents to my 3 stamped, colored, and die cut hearts to really give them a little bit of shine. I'm using the Ranger Multi-Matte Medium to attach my iridescent confetti and the quick stick tool to be able to easily pick it up and put it where I want it to go. Thanks for joining me today for this designer series card showcasing the Mama Elephant Swashy letters and Swashy upper letters. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video on YouTube. Here are a couple more cards showcasing Mama Elephant stamps and dies that you might be interested in. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.